First of all, I have to say welcome home to a lot of my native families that have been away from traveling due to not allowed to cross the border freely. And then I thank those who have come to my shores from the past generations. I'm going to make myself very comfortable like you are. And when I look out and I see so many different cultures that have come to our shores and have made it their home and have learned some of our ways and have added to our ways, again, I think of the African American who were brought here and the Native Americans who helped them back into freedom that are part of my family now through ancestral intermarriage and shared some of their ways. It is nothing new that we're doing. This is something that goes back centuries. When we look at the medicine wheel here, the eagle, the wolf of love, the fox who teaches us how to continuously move along, and the bear and the white buffalo, these are not new. The colors that we're looking at are part of the tabernacle that goes back in biblical sense. When we see the color of purity that the priest wore to handle the Ark of the Covenant, this is nothing new. This is things that we have forgotten and have thrown away. And maybe I'm talking to the choir because a lot of you do know where you're going with this, or we would not be here today. But we need to now take these messages further out. It's just like we know that because of this storm, the garbage that is still not removed because of the way the government is handling things and the way we don't know how to anymore, is going to create things that we need through you who understand holistic medicine. That these new diseases that are going to make themselves at home here, it's up to us that know the different herbs that are going to be available, maybe even sitting down and interacting with one another because you come from another country and you know a plant better than I do because that's your home plant. It's a seasoning that you have used against the microscopic animal of your time and in your home. This is why we have to come together. There is going to be the time to clean up, like we have mentioned. It is not the end. It is the time that we interact with one another with our knowledges. I don't know if because the Tower of Babel in the time of the biblical sense that we were separated and sent to the four corners and we were no longer allowed to interact with each other because we do not know the language. One of my pet peeves is that I don't speak a multitude of language, which is a barrier between me and some of the other holistic people, and even some of my own native people that still speak their own language, something that has been taken away. But that should not stop us from interacting. This is a dance called the medicine wheel, the dance of life. It is older and deeper than the seas. It is more in tune than the modern technology that we are trying to project that is now making atomic energy and making atomic bombs and war that we have today for petty things, human frailties. When I look at the white buffalo, there is a story that goes with it from the Lakotas that when they were up in the north at the winter camp, it became so much of a blizzard that the white buffalo laid its life down to feed its people. It may be done in a form of a buffalo, just like I wear the headdress of a hawk. It was a female medicine woman who was a pipe holder. She laid her life down to cannibalism for her people to survive. And it was said through the Lakota prophecy that when the new white buffalo was born, that the female of the spirit world would come back again. When I found myself being this female leader, I thought of that prophecy, because truly we have had not one white buffalo, but now 3 have been born. And when I see the noise of our children, the disrespect to the family structure, it is truly time for the female mother to take back a role and teach harmony among her children, her male as well as her female. So the white buffalo of purity and just and love and kindness is truly there, because when we smoke the pipe, we're asking for the Creator to come into our heart and take back to the Creator our prayers with that smoke. And we will not even do this with our own presence. We do it with the spirit of a dead animal, like our prayer feathers, because we don't even feel worthy to be the one to send it. We're hoping that the spirit of this animal who has laid its life down will take our prayers to the Creator, because this animal is going to always honor the nature of life that the Creator has created for us. Like he has said, this planet is only here for us to walk about. We were supposed to be stewards and name the animal, feed the animal, sleep with the animal, not be afraid. When the lamb sleeps with the lion, we don't even know how to interact with the animal any longer. Before the storm came and everybody was televising it, I took a ride to the beach. When I got there and I looked at the ocean, it was still calm before the storm. But as I started walking back and I could see the trees, I didn't hear any birds. Not a bird could I hear. I knew we were in for it. I stay on my burial grounds, and this is the only way that I have been able to keep it. I don't live on a reservation. We were intermarried with English, so I have never lived on a reservation in an imprisonment in the way some of my other tribal family does. So I came off my burial grounds and I went to all my family members and I checked on each one to make sure that they were going to be comfortable through the storm. I said, I may not see you. You may not see me, but that's okay. We're all in a good place. And my elder sister said, I'm fine. All is well with me. And I went to my other nieces and nephews, and they said, everything is fine with me. And I then returned back to my home. Not a bird. From the time I visited 25 family members, I did not hear one bird. I reached back, and there was one of my other younger nieces, and my heart pounded in pain. And I said, oh God, Creator, take her gently if you take her. but I will still be okay with this. And I'm saying to all of you out there, there is comfort in those that have lost someone through this storm, because you're here to help. And I know that you that know the crystals to heal the pain, just bringing a little color into a room, the bright colors of yellow of the rainbow. You're going to sit there and comfort one another. That is why you're here. That is why I am here. To know that just a few words between each other, just a smile, to see an altar in front of an altar, to me is like a wheel within a wheel. When I started my apprenticeship with Sun Bear, his dream was to have many medicine wheels. And within his books, he speaks of portable ones, and surely this is one. Like the Ark, it was portable. You and every one of us that have two legs are portable. And you're going to take the message to others, just like that microscopic animal that's attached to each one of us through the dust that is now flitting into the air from the wind that brought it. It is our job as teachers, nurturers, to start the healing. A little at a time, one step, just like that tiny microscopic animal. We're one, like a grain of sand that holds back the tide. It's not the big rock, it's the little sand that makes the shore of the beach. And each one of us are that tiny grain of sand. So it's not useless, it's not helpless, it's not unattainable. It is what we are and what we are supposed to do for each other. So when you see the arches and the design of this building, that it has sound, the rhythm of the rattle, the drum, it is all our heartbeat. The same thing that children before they're born hear. Music, laughter. They're all ready to come into this world because we have interacted with each other and shared over the womb. And I expect that to continue. And because I have seen so many, I know it well. This was such a great show, and I appreciate you inviting me. I hope I haven't rambled on and that you have found something from my words. That is the greatest gift that we can do for each other, is have the interaction and learn from one another. Aho.